Welcome back. One of the more disheartening stories of this young season is the news regarding Portland's Greg Oden, who's out of action indefinitely because of a knee injury. You may recall that after being chosen first overall in the 2007 draft, Oden was forced to miss his true rookie season because of an injury to his other knee. If there's one player who can identify with Oden, it's the subject of our next feature. Blake Griffin also missed his true rookie season, another setback for the star-crossed LA Clippers. But Griffin made his return this season, and fans have been bombarded nightly with awe-inspiring highlights. NBA TV's Rick Fox spent some time with the NBA's newest sensation.
Now that's exactly where I was hoping to find you. The last guy in the gym.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at this, huh? It's a nice gym, but it's always nicer when you find someone of your caliber, your skill set, still working on their game.
It's the best place to come, when you're just coming here and getting away from everybody and working.
The result of Blake Griffin's work in the gym has been on display for all to see.
What a play by Blake Griffin.
His combination of power, skill, and raw energy has announced his arrival as a new force in the NBA.
That's the way you finish. Oh, yeah. Nobody does it better than Blake Griffin.
If his growing collection of dunks hasn't made enough of a statement, his 44-point, 15-rebound performance against the Knicks in November opened eyes everywhere.
Slam dunk! He's topped himself again somehow. Oh, me, oh, my, what a play!
But this wake-up call to the league has been a long time coming. You're off to a great start. It must feel nice to know that being drafted first in the league last season, now you get to actually show your worth.
Right. It was, like I said, it was a long haul over the past year, but, just to finally be out there and to finally, kind of get that monkey off my back, so to speak, it's nice. It feels a lot better.
Griffin received top billing coming out of college in 2009, and for once, the luckless Los Angeles Clippers had reason to hope.
With the first pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select Blake Griffin.
The Clippers have reached the playoffs only 4 times since the franchise moved west from Buffalo in 1978. Their history is littered with injuries and disappointment. And as their star rookie took the floor for a preseason game in 2009, it appeared the curse was alive and well.
And Griffin was hobbling after that dunk.
A knee injury would put him on the shelf for the entire year. Once the shock subsided, Blake remained positive and began a long road to recovery.
At first I thought I was just going to be out 6 to 8 months, so I rehabbed and, finally got to the point where I thought I was going to be able to come back, and they said it wasn't growing back right, so I had to have surgery and sit out, another 4 months or whatever it was through the end of the season.
Blake approached this as a challenge, an opportunity to apply the work ethic instilled by his parents, who saw to his education on and off the court while growing up in Oklahoma City.
Both my parents are 2 of the hardest working people I know. I was homeschooled till 7th grade. Just that foundation and having her around, and I think we really got a good education at a young age.
Would you say that in terms of your growth as a player, greatest influence, your father as a coach?
Definitely. Since the time I first picked up the basketball, I remember things he's taught me. And then playing, for him in high school was good because, he pushed me a lot harder than probably another coach would have.
Under the tutelage of his father, Blake's high school team captured 4 state titles. But he was also driven by competition from his older brother Taylor, who played alongside him at the University of Oklahoma and entered the NBA with Blake in the same draft class.
Just watching him when he really got serious about basketball, I watched how hard he worked out and how much time and effort he put into it, and it just kind of rubbed off on me. And now the farther and farther I go, the more I'm driven to work harder and harder.
A year of dedication to his #1 job of getting healthy, coupled with close observation during his time on the sidelines, and Blake was ready to make his return. What does it feel like to actually be playing on an NBA court now?
I guess a year and a half now since I've been drafted, so waiting that long just built up all this anticipation, but just the joy of being able to get back out there and play was unbelievable.
Oh, what a great feed from Gordon to Griffin for the slam. Gordon with the lead. For Griffin. Look out.
Now your first 2 points were a dunk.
And on cue, Griffin with his first NBA basket on the line. You gotta love it.
Is that how you planned it?
No, that's not how we planned it. But I mean, I guess it worked out like that, so it's cool.
Well, my first 2 points were dunk also, but it didn't look like yours.
That's what makes him a special player, you know, his personality, his work ethic and things.
Sheer athleticism and his power over most people is going to be, you know, one of his biggest assets right now. And then, you know, I think he plays harder than most guys. You know, he's got a pretty well-rounded game.
Would you consider that you have a signature move, or do you have a move that you go to on a consistent basis?
Probably say my spin move.
Griffin spinning, driving, scoring spectacularly. Wow.
What I love to do is when I face up like this, either go baseline, 1 or 2 dribbles, and then spin back right quick.
There's Griffin with that patented move of his.
Do you see why this guy's going to be special?
I'll ask you a question that someone asked me as a rookie for the Boston Celtics. They said, when you write your career and you look out over it, what will it look like? And I said, I wanted to play 12 years and win 3 championships. I played 12 years, won 3 championships, and then I ruptured a tendon in my foot in the 13th year. So, what is your career going to look like? And make sure you stretch it out far enough and put as many championships as you want on it.
Yeah, we'll go 20 years and 19 championships in that case. I don't want to take any chances.
All right, we got to go to the bigs first on this one. After watching that and watching him play so far this season, maybe heresy to ask the question, what's he missing?
A little bit of a jump shot, and I think he needs to get his jump shot down. I think that he's going to have to get some counter moves. He's he knows his game well. Hard dribble left, spin back right, almost impossible to stop. But he's going to have to get a little bit more of a just basic footwork, little jump hook, jump shot, some things that aren't quite highlight film material, but you score most of your points without highlight film material. He's just got to get that basic NBA basketball blend of strength and quickness along with a jump hook and a jump shot, and the guy will just be murder.
I agree with you, Kevin. I just think he has to get a little more patience. When you come into this league, you want to overpower guys, dunk on him, and he's awesome at it, so he shouldn't stop it. But I think he's going to get better where in the 4th quarter he can take his time and dribble 3 slow times. No one else comes around him. Don't tell his favorite move anymore. Don't tell, guys, if I was playing, I'd scout you because there's no way to stop you unless you tell us how. But I just think experience is going to be, you know, his best friend.
The test is respect. You guys have it for each other because you got through the years. David, when you talk to others in the league, do they respect his game?
Oh, well, they respect the potential of his game. I mean, I think the interesting thing is that he's playing for an organization that, frankly, has been terrible for 30 years, you know, other than a good year here or there. They have to nurture this young man. This young man's got special talent, but talent's not enough. You have to learn how to play in the NBA. It's a different game. It's a different speed. And they have to view him as an investment. And it's not just him, it's people around him, it's the group around him. Where are the veteran guys that can teach him a lot of the things that he needs to know?
How's that play out in the sense he's with a losing franchise? So they want those highlight reels. They want that. They want the Clippers buzz to be out there, those pictures to be out there. But does he have the support system to tell him, you know, do that sometimes, but?
Yeah, I agree. I think that what has to happen is some veterans have got to go to him and say, young fella, a couple things are going to happen. You're going up and hacking on everybody left and right. You're going to end up on the floor a lot, and that floor is really hard. And then, you know what? Just time alone is going to make your game go from here to here. You just don't jump as high as you get older. He reminds me a little bit of Dominique. Dominique, I can tell you, guarded a million times. Hard dribble, left spin back right, throw shot, you know. Yeah. And I mean, you basically could guard him in your sleep because you knew what he was going to do. As he expanded his game, he became, well, a Hall of Fame player. And I think Blake Griffin is going to have to take a page out of Dominique's book and really develop his game.
Where's that education come from, C. Webb? And does he have people with him on the team to help him with it?
I don't know if they have a veteran around there. You know, it was very important for me to have a veteran to say, first of all, you're not going to win. You're going to lose more games than you ever lost in your life. That's going to be hard. People are going to boo you. Your family's not around. You're just not at home. Your stomach hurts. There's just so many things. You need veterans around. If he doesn't have that, hopefully he'll get that in the summer. I can't answer that for you. Only the Clippers can tell us if they're ready to take that next step. But he's something special.
Young in the season. We'll watch as this one plays out. And while Blake Griffin is certain to get many votes for Rookie of the Year, a former player was recently trying to earn some votes of his own. We'll examine Chris Dudley's transition from NBA center to political candidate when we come back.